Shah, and I'm joined by Sister Rubina Ahmed. We're both from High Level Wellness, and we're also associates of Flowhesion Foundation. Today is another part of a series of conversations about good health and being physically active. And the videos are devoted particularly to our Asian women in the community. Please check according to your local doctor or medical advice in case you are not used to exercise. So first and foremost, Sister Rubina, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
You're in the garden, which is beautiful. The weather is amazing. Can you tell me a little bit, just some practical advice, particularly because our Asian women are known to grow their own herbs. How can this be an exercise?
Well, to be honest, a lot of us may not think of it as an exercise, but what it is, growing is very much part of our culture, and we've done it back home. And I think a lot of us are returning back to that way of lifestyle, and knowing there's so many health problems, a lot of us trying to maximize our garden space. I mean, alhamdulillah, I'm quite blessed. I've got quite a spacious garden here, and as you can probably see, we've got quite a lot of like all my fruit trees. We've got the pomegranate, we've got the pears, the cherries, the apples, the peaches, apricots. We've got lots of fruit trees, and here currently what I'm working on at the moment is actually my vegetable patch. I'm just getting it ready because in the small greenhouse I've been planting the seeds, so I'm trying to get this patch ready actually for planting. Now in this patch, apart from my cat going there, okay, trying to like keep me company, but I've got quite a lot of grass and weeds growing, so I'm trying to get this ready. So when you do work in the garden, obviously whether you go for walks during the garden, it's good to wear, like sensible shoes, and obviously the garden, I've got my gloves on, even though it's quite hot and it's still, it's good just to protect your nails and things like this. But when you're doing work in the garden, like for example, I've got my spade here, so I do quite a lot of digging with this. I need to get all these weeds out and all this grass out from here. So for example, like when you're, for example, like you're digging, okay, you put so much force in from your legs, your thighs. I can feel in my lower back and in my arms. I remember I was doing digging with my daughter the other day. I said, Mama, I can't move. For 2 days she could move her biceps, in the legs, in the arms, and the back and the head. It felt really, really stiff. So actually there's a lot. So when you're doing digging, so obviously when you're doing digging, make sure the posture is right. So when you're digging, make sure you bend your legs, bend your back very carefully. And actually it's quite a lot of exercise. So if I just do half an hour, if I just spend doing this area here, I actually will be out of breath and sweating. So if you don't want to do anything too strenuous like this, you can actually go around. Like I've got, as you can see, quite a lot of weeds down there. I can take out my weeds, or I need to paint my fence. I can really go around, paint it. So as you're moving your arm up and down, you're painting. And when you're standing a lot, try to like bend your legs as well. So bend your back, keep it straight, bend your leg, keep the back straight. It's important. That's actually very, very good exercise. And certainly gardening, when I do gardening, I'm extremely exhausted when I finish it. Yeah, and it's, the time when you're outside for a walk, okay, time can go quick as well, especially if you're going for shopping or you're on your bicycle. But in the garden, it's the time, it goes into hours, you don't even realize it. Because when you look at the greenery, it is so therapeutic. Being in the garden actually releases lots of neurochemicals in your brain. It releases endorphins, because as I mentioned earlier on, what happens in the winter months when the days are shorter and it's colder, a lot of people suffer what's called seasonal affective disorder. They start feeling depressed. So obviously in the summer when the weather is very, very nice, you're getting vitamin D, you're getting exercise, and there's my neighbors out having a barbecue on hot. So it's very, very nice. And it's a wonderful activity to do. Apart from walking, we do quite a lot of digging in the garden. Like I mentioned before, just digging like this, it's actually quite a lot of effort. Just doing this. Make sure you bend your legs, keep your back straight. Okay, just even just like pulling out all the weeds. You can actually get like a stool, sit on a stool, and then you can actually be pulling all the weeds rather than bending. Bending like pulling weeds is not a good idea. You get like a small stool and sit on it and work on the area as you go along. And that again in itself, your arms, your legs, emotionally, psychologically, physically, you're actually engaging with the soil, with the greenery, and with the sun. And you're actually working on every part of your body.
What about the hand shovel? This is quite a lot of work for somebody who's a bit more senior.
Right,
so they
that's
use
right.
hand gardening tools?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, what they can do is actually, I've got the smaller tools as well. And if you can actually, those actually who have the mobility, they can sit on a smaller stool and actually just use a little small trowel. I think I've got quite a few gardening kits and stuff lying around here. You use a smaller trowel actually to do, go around the edges, and they do that, which is obviously, whatever they can actually manage. It depends obviously on your mobility, physically, can you stand, can you bend, can you sit, and how much energy you have. Can you maybe come off for about 5-10 minutes? I think there are some challenges in your health where you can't rather come out and thinking, my God, it's a big task. Break it up, maybe throughout the day, maybe like 10 minutes in the morning, maybe afternoon, do some slightly different things.
What about watering plants? Does that take a lot of effort?
Well, no, that doesn't take a lot of effort, to be honest, and actually it's very, very therapeutic, because when you're doing water, what happens, you go around the garden. When I start from one end and go all the way around, I see I can see my plums now, they're a bit bigger. Okay, these are weeds, and take them out. So it gives you a good overall inspection of the garden. And as you are physically moving around, it is using low energy, but it is nevertheless very safe and very easy to do as well. So what you can do in the garden, you can actually break up your activities, for the planting, the weeding. You want to paint the fence, if you want to obviously take out the weeds, you want to cutting the grass, that's quite
Thank you very much for joining us once again. There are many other videos, so please have a look on our website www.flowhesionfoundation.org.uk, or follow us on Twitter @flowhesion.